Oh, she good now. Yes, sir. And I got my LS engine, cooling system, steam line. Got it plumbed to the radiator. Ain't got to worry about this thing running hot or overheating. I'm talking about for real. I can drive this thing anywhere now. I know you want to drive your LS swap anywhere too. I also know how important it is to make sure your LS swap or your LS engine don't overheat. You put a lot of money into these LS swaps. You don't want to tear it up. My LS swap is just as important as your LS swap. That's why today, YouTube, we're going to talk about LS engine, cooling system, and all three different options available for your steam line plumbing. That way, you can make the absolute best decision about what works best for your specific application. And you don't ever have to worry about your LS swap running hot. But before we do that, if you like learning how to do LS swaps, or even if you just like looking at some nice, clean, old school cars, just like our 72 Impala LS swap, baby. Looking at almost 600 horsepower. We did our own wiring. We show y'all how to do that, YouTube. Step by step. We did our own fuel system. We show y'all how to do that as well. Step by step, YouTube. Everything you need to know, step by step. LS swap, baby. Got both donks in the garage now, man. Make sure you watch this video all the way through. Make sure you click that subscribe button. Make sure you turn on your notification bell. That way you see all the videos when we post them. And I need for you to drop me a comment in the comment section and say I'm riding with CHEVYS R US, Tone. Let CHEVYS R US help you do your LS swap, YouTube. We a family, man. We gonna do this thing together. Y'all ready? You too, you too. YouTube, this your boy, Tone coming back at y'all one more again, YouTube, with another great video on CHEVYS R US, man. Y'all already know what time it is, man. We in the garage, and guess what? Ain't nothing nobody can do about it, YouTube. Let's get it. All right, YouTube. We back at it, man. What it do, man? We out here. I got the LS swap 72 convertible Impala right behind me that we're going to be talking about today. I know y'all probably see this car right here. This car right here is our 75 convertible Caprice. It's sitting in the woods 28 years, y'all. Unmolested. Yeah, baby. We got a roller, baby. We got a roller. Air in the tire, just a little. All right, YouTube. If you working on an LS swap, or if you thinking about doing an LS swap, it's very, very important for you to hook up your steam line kit. Yeah, your steam line tubes or your steam line kit is very important so that your LS engine don't run hot. Each LS swap application is different. You got a different kind of car, you got a different kind of motor, you just got a different setup. The benefit of today's video is you got multiple options. And we're going to cover each single one of those options, exactly what you need for those options, and exactly how to hook it up, YouTube. So first things first, I got the 72 LS Swap Impala right here. And I'm going to get it pulled out the garage so that we can talk about this LS Swap or LS engine steam line hookup. All right? So I'll be right back in a minute. All right, YouTube. Got the 72 LS Swap Impala pulled out the garage. And just so y'all know, if this your first time on the channel, just gonna give you a quick walk around of it real quick. We recently completed the LS3 swap on, the one that we've been using in all our videos, doing the troubleshooting and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, this is it. It run pretty good, y'all. So first thing first, YouTube, before we get started, man, before I show you 3 different ways that you can route your steam line system, I want to explain to you real quick the purpose of your steam vent system or your steam lines or your LS steam lines on your LS swap or your LS engine. The main purpose of those is to allow trapped air in your cooling system to get out of your system. You know what I'm saying? Air rises to the top. So GM strategically placed those steam line ports at the highest spot of the engine, which allows the air to rise up and allow that air to escape out the system or the steam to escape out the system, and it plumbs right back into your radiator. You know what I'm saying? That's the importance of it, and it will prevent your LS swap from overheating, your LS engine from overheating. It will prevent that. And it's very, very important to make sure you have it installed on your LS swap. I ain't saying it just to be saying it. I'm saying it because GM, they put these steam ports on these style engines for a reason. And if you want to block it off, hey, that's on you. Even though you probably gonna hear people say, oh, no, you don't need that. You don't need that. So now, the question is do I really need the steam line on my LS swap? Absolutely. Absolutely, without a doubt. Ain't no question in it. You know what I'm saying? So now that we know what a steam line is, we know the importance of the LS swap or LS engine steam line. We know the importance of it. Now I want to show y'all how I got my steam line routing. And after I show you that, we're going to dive into each specific way that you can set your LS swap or LS engine steam line up. All right? This is my steam line hookup right here. I got one line here, and then I got this connector here. It goes to this hose, and it goes over to this guy right here. And then I got another connection here that goes to the back head right there. Let me show y'all that one. There it is right there. Right there. I also got another one on the back side of the passenger head. And where is it at? Boom. There it is right there. Oh, there it is. Boom. That's it. There you go. There you go back there now. But yeah, so that's how my steam lines are hooked up. Yeah, this is my steam line that runs here off of my steam port, and it runs down over, and it runs all the way to my radiator right there, man. I know y'all see that fitting with the blue Teflon tape on it right here, but this is my steam line hookup right here. It's tied into my radiator. This little 1/8 NTP fitting that it screws into in the radiator right there that you're looking at. I know you see it's welded, aluminum welded into the radiator. It's not tapped in with a thread tapped and just screwed in. The aluminum is pretty soft, and if you tap the aluminum on the radiator, it's probably gonna come out. So it comes from the factory like that. They welded it in, and so the only thing you do is you screw the steam line hookup, boom, right into a little NTP fitting that ties into your radiator. That's it. So that particular option is the first option available to plumb it to your radiator. You know what I'm saying? If your radiator comes from the factory that has a Steamport hookup, that's all fine and dandy. That's great. You know what I'm saying? Majority of them come with 2 different size Steamport hookups. If your radiator does not have a Steamport hookup, if it's aluminum, I don't advise you to tap into that aluminum radiator because the aluminum radiator is very thin. Look who we got right here, y'all. Y'all see who we got behind us just pulled up. What it do, Kenny Ken? What's up, man? What it no good, man? What it no good?
Just chilling.
Hey, y'all heard him, man. We'll holler at you, Kenny Ken. Woo! Listen to that. Now, if you got a steel radiator and your radiator is made out of steel, then what you could do is you can use a 1/8 NTP drill tap and a 1/8 NTP male fitting and tap right into that radiator. How this aluminum radiator is welded. If it's a steel radiator, you could just tap right into it. It'd be fine. You know what I'm saying? That's the first way. You know, mine is plumbed into my radiator. You know what I'm saying? I decided to do it that way because I felt like that's the most cleanest look in my specific application. To make sure, you know, your LS swap and your LS swap don't run hot, because I know we spent a lot of money into these old school cars and these LS swaps and LS engine builds. We put a lot of money into them. Your LS swap is an investment, and let's keep it working. You know what I'm saying? So make sure that you pay attention and make sure that you watch this whole video all the way through. You know what I'm saying? That way you can learn what you need to know so your LS engine don't overheat and run hot. The next way is, let me show y'all. Now, a lot of people, they tap right into the water pump. Now, I seen people tap into this section of the water pump, and I also seen people tap into the back of the water pump, like the back of the water pump as well. And also I seen people tap into the spacers. Sometimes the LS swap application setup, depending on what serpentine setup you got on it, may require you to have some spacers on your water pump that go in between the block and the water pump. And what they'll do is they'll drill right down in the water pump, or they'll drill right down in the spacer of the water pump. And what you need for that is you get a 1/8 inch drill bit, you drill the hole out, and then you get a 1/8 drill tap, and you put some threads in that thing with the drill tap, and then you can screw your 1/8 NTP fitting directly in the top of that water pump. You know what I'm saying? That particular option is available, but that's the more It's not really complicated. It just requires more work with drilling the hole and all that. And if you got your water pump already on your vehicle and you got everything installed, your serpentine set up and all of that, what you can do is, if you still want to drill into the top of your water pump, you can, but you got to be careful so that the metal shavings don't get down inside your cooling system. And the way you do that is you get some tacky grease and you put the drill bit, dip it in the tacky grease, and then you start drilling. And that tacky grease will catch all the metal shavings and prevent them metal shavings from getting down inside of your water pump while that water pump is on the LS engine, and you drilling it out while it's installed on your LS engine. So that's just another way. You know what I'm saying? Now, the next way, or the third way, is, let me show you. All right, so what you can do is this same line here is coming off my steam vent system. Right here in your top radiator hose, they make this little fitting that looks just like this right here. It's a little metal pipe. I think it's 1 1/4 inches in diameter. And then in the middle of it, it has a hole with some threads on it to where you can screw a 1/8 NTP AM4 fitting directly into the top of that. It just screw right in, and then you'll take your hose and boom, screw it on top of that. Or you can put a 90-degree angle on it and tie your steam line right into your 90-degree angle. You know what I'm saying? And then you take your NTP, your 1/8 NTP male fitting, and screw it directly into that hole. And then you just take this, you can put a 90 on it, and then you can screw your steam line directly into that. So it'll plumb into that as well. Another thing too, I know y'all see these radiator hoses, these nice red radiator hoses. These are not regular radiator hoses. And also these clamps right here, these are not regular clamps. If you're interested in building a cooling system that is indestructible, to where you ain't never got to worry about putting another dime into it, or you ain't got to never worry about your car or your LS swap or your LS engine running hot or your LS swap running hot, you ain't got to worry about it. Hey, make sure y'all check out the playlist that this video is on, LS engine cooling system or LS swap cooling system. Make sure y'all check it out, man. Click on that link in the top right corner. I'm not just saying this just to be saying it, but I'm saying it because your LS swap is just as important as my LS swap. And I want to share the knowledge and share all the information that God blessed me with. I want to share that with you. You know what I'm saying? I want to share it with you. Make sure y'all click that subscribe button and lock in with the CHEVYS R US family. Let CHEVYS R US help you do your LS swap, YouTube. Your LS swap is just as important as my LS swap. You know what I'm saying? We go live every single Wednesday. You got questions, we got answers. Come chop it up with a whole community of people that like to do the same thing you do. Old school cars and LS swaps. All right, join us 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday, every Wednesday. You too, you too.